welcome to Simmons, Pennsylvania. My name's Matt Gramling. I'll be your play-by-play announcer. We're here with Jim Lashinsky. We brought Jim back from last year with all of his insider information. He did an awesome job, and we would like to have him back again. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Matt. We're here at Forest Hills Rangers Gymnasium for a great Laurel Highlands matchup between the Lady Marauders of Bishop Guilfoyle and your homestanding Forest Hills Lady Rangers. Both teams are perennial powerhouses in the Laurel Highlands Conference, and we're looking for a great battle tonight.
Really has turned into the premier matchup in the Laurel Highlands, the premier league in the area. And so back again, we have Coach Michelle and Coach Cesari, two of the best coaches in the area. Forest Hill sitting right now at 9-1. Guilfoyle sitting right now at 6-3. What are you looking for tonight?
I think both teams are a little worried about the Bishop Carroll Lady Huskies, and I think that they've got to take care of their home business right now, their own business, and I think that we're going to have I'm looking for a little bit of a physical game between these two teams. They're coming off some wins and looking for a good battle tonight.
This should be a good one. Should come down to the wire. Let's see how it goes. Hi, we're here with Coach Mark Michelle of the Lady Marauders. Coach, you've had an outstanding record over the years. We've had state championships and everything. Your season right now, you're sitting at 6-3. Can you talk about how you're sitting right now?
Well, we never knew what to expect so far, and we have so far to go. We lose 7 kids to graduation. We lost one of our valuable letter winners that moved to Philadelphia a couple days before school started.
Ooh.
And we had 2 other girls that are pursuing other interests. So when you cut 10 basketball players off the top from last year, we don't have any letter winners back, and we're just trying to learn every day.
Oh, with your record and your reputation, your ability to coach the girls, Mark, it doesn't seem like you ever lose. It seems like you always reload, as they say. Well, and you know, you're the team that everyone in the Laurel Highlands, the girls, look to like, we've got to get Guilfoyle. We've got to be able to handle Guilfoyle if we want to be at the top at the end of the year.
This is probably, and I'm always upfront and as honest as I can be, this is probably the first year in my 25, 26 year history that I could remember not having a group follow the other group. And and I never like to use the word rebuild. It's just I'm trying to get these kids some varsity experience. Coming into a place like Forest Hills, it's a learning experience for these kids. How they react. Sometimes I can't take care of this with a 60-second timeout. I need a practice now to fix what we may do, where when you have a veteran team, you can get them settled down, you know, with maybe a quick timeout.
What do you see in the Laurel Highlands right now as far as your toughest competition and where the league is heading?
I was just talking to the assistant coach before the JV game, and he said, think about this. He said, there's not a game on the schedule that any of us have that you can just say, hey, this is a good one for us tonight. I mean, Bedford is solid. Westmont, they upset us at home this year. At Somerset, you know, we walk out of there with a 3-point win. And when you take a look historically, some of these teams, you could almost, not in an arrogant way, because I'm far from that, but you could almost mark it up as a win. There are no wins in this Laurel Highlands.
No gimmies this year.
There are no gimmies at all.
And Laurel Highlands is well known for that across all sports. Tonight you have Forest Hills. What is your game plan going into tonight's game?
We just have to really focus on stopping their guard penetration. Their guards are so quick, and they do such a good job getting in the paint. We're not deep. Needless to say, with no letter winners, I can't look at the bench. So if we get in early foul trouble, it could really hurt us. And Forest Hills is the type of team that can get you into foul trouble. So it makes it difficult coaching. It really does, whenever you're trying to keep your kids in it and also negate their speed and quickness.
Well, you've always been up to the challenge before, Mark, and I'm sure you're going to handle it well. Good luck.
We're going to do our best.
All year long.
Good seeing you
Thank
guys.
you, Coach, and good
Thanks
luck.
for your time.
All the best the rest of the year with what you do.
Thank you very much.
Hi, we're here with Carol Cesari, head coach of the Lady Rangers. Coach, you're off to an outstanding start. You're sitting at 9-1 right now. We talked in their pregame. This has turned into the premier matchup in the Laurel Highlands. What do you see tonight?
It's always a great game between Forest Hills and Bishop Guilfoyle. Since the time they entered the Laurel Highlands, it's been a dogfight either here or in Altoona.
Absolutely.
The Coach Cesare has just continued to bring out excellence, as the tradition at Forest Hills often says, in the girls basketball team. 6 District 6 championships. Last year, the Elite 8 or the Sweet 16, however far we've gone, and year after year we're competitive in the inter-district playoffs. You only lost one starter last year, a big one, your daughter, Courtney.
Yes.
What a piece to replace. Now, how have you done that with the girls coming back?
You know what, the girls just do it themselves. They really do it themselves. They've bought into the program. You know, when they get a little bit of a taste of it, your younger girls come in, your freshmen are playing. A lot of freshmen play up on the high school. Last year we had a freshman on the team. We have some freshmen on this team. And you just get them to just continue to love the game that they learned about in elementary school. And then you just get them to work together. And we don't worry about individual stuff because we tell them that will come. Teach them to play great defense and work together.
You know, you just mentioned the individual things. It seems as though this year so far, different girls have stepped up every game. It's almost like there's a different high scorer, a different high rebounder every game. That sort of like goes with what you're saying about the team effort.
Yeah, and the girls don't care who scores, they just want to win the game. And that's how they look at it. And if they're off, if they have an off shooting night, which we all know what that's like, having an off night, sometimes whole teams have an off shooting night. So if you have that off shooting night, then you find somebody else and you make a play to get them open. And last game was Abby Swanson. We've had Carly Stigers, Courtney Walls, Victoria Cohen. Cassie Smith plays some of the best defense in this side of the state. And, you know, so like we just talk about a lot of different things. And we don't just give any kind of a word out to our high scorer. We talk about the whole entire game. And really, we just talk about winning and figuring it out, how to win the next one then.
Coach Michelle was talking about the Laurel Highlands in general and about how it seems like there are no gimme games, that it's top to bottom.
Exactly.
Now, I'm looking ahead a little bit at Friday, coming up Friday with Bishop Carroll. And they have got to be one of the elite teams in the state
this year. Yes, they're probably ranked in it. I think they started out #1 in the state, or close to it. And I still think they're still in the top 10. Bishop Guilfoyle is ranked. I think we're ranked. People tell me. We don't really watch. Anyway, but yes, whenever we came out of our Christmas break and our tournament, and we did well in the tournament, we just told the girls welcome to the meat of the season, which is January, and this is a tough season, and it just prepares you for your playoffs. It just prepares you for that postseason play. Yes. So.
Well, good luck.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We got won 9 in a row. Let's see if we can make it 10.
Well, we're going to do our best.
Thanks
very
for your
much
time,
for
Coach.
having me.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
The lineup for the Lady Rangers today, the roster for the Lady Rangers starts with number 2, a 9th grade 5'6" guard, Taylor Berta. Number 3, Paige DeVias is a 9th grade 5'8" freshman guard. Number 4, Julia Shima, also a freshman 5'4" guard. Number 10, Maggie Staines, a junior 5'6" guard. Number 11, Abby Swanson, a senior 5'7" guard forward. Number 12 is Kelsey Velko. Kelsey is a senior, a 5'8" guard. Number 13, Cassie Smith, also a senior, 5'6" guard. Number 14, Courtney Walls, a senior, 5'3" guard. Victoria Koick, number 15, a junior, 5'11" guard forward. Number 20, Maddie Cesare, a freshman, 5'8" guard forward. Number 21, Kristen Vitez, a freshman. Number 22, Jordan Smith, a 9th grade 5'8" guard forward. Number 23 is Haley Croyle, a freshman 5'6" guard. Number 24 is Elizabeth Zidell. Elizabeth is a 10th grader, 5'4" guard. Number 25, Carly Steigers, a junior, 5'6" guard. Number 31, Erica Frombaugh, a 5'7" forward. Number 32, Kayla Stohan, an 11th grade 5'9" forward. And rounding out the roster for the Rangers is Josie Wayner, number 33, a freshman, 5'9" forward. The Forest Hills Lady Rangers.
And now for the Bishop Guilfoyle Lady Marauders. Number 4, Abby Anderson. She's a point guard sophomore, standing 5'4". Number 10, Jamison Consiglio. She's a center and forward. She's a sophomore. She stands 5'10". Number 11, Blaze Kilmartin. She's a sophomore, standing 5'8". She's a guard and a forward. The senior on the team, number 12, Kira Kelly. She's a point guard and a guard. She stands 5'4". Freshman to the team, number 14, Ariel Bruner. She's a forward. She stands 5'7". Number 15, Aaliyah Labriola. She's a forward. She's a senior. She's 5'9". Number 20, Alina Durbin. She's a guard. She's 5'8" and a sophomore. Freshman, number 21, Danny Scipione. She's a guard, stands 5'4". Number 22, Sarah McEnany. She's a forward. She's a sophomore. She's 5'8". Number 23, Tessa Kreider. She's a point guard and a guard. A sophomore, stands 5'5". Another senior on the team, number 24, Morgan Kessiwetter. She's a guard forward. She's 5'7". Number 25, Sophia Warner. She's a guard freshman, 5'7". Number 30, Gianna Georgiana. She's a forward. A sophomore, stands 5'7". Number 32, Sarah McCulloch. She's a guard and a forward, stands 5'8". She's a sophomore. Number 35, Teresa Haig. She's a guard forward. She's a freshman. She stands 6 foot tall. Number 40, Alyssa Yonner. She's a point guard. She's 5'6" and a sophomore. And finally, number 43, Allie Bagley. She's a forward. She's a freshman. She's 5'9". That is your Bishop Guilfoyle Lady Marauders.
Tonight's officials, from left to right, we have Sam Zambanini, Sarah Fye, and Dave White. Good luck tonight, men and ladies.
One
Shelby Hostetler, ladies and gentlemen, with the Star Spangled Banner.
Well, you just can't kick off a sporting event any better than that. And now we have the traditional Laurel Highlands sportsmanship handshake. They do that across all sports in the Laurel Highlands. And a nice show of sportsmanship. And we will be ready for the tip-off as soon as we get the starting lineups announced by Mr. Zidell.
For the Lady Rangers, number 11, Abby Swanson. Number 13, Cassie Smith. 14, Courtney Walls. Number 15, Victoria Koick. And number 25, Carly Steigers. The Rangers come into the game with a 9-1 record. Lady Marauders are 6-3.
The Forest Hills riding a 9-game winning streak with their only loss coming in the very first game against the 6A, in the biggest classification in State College. Knew that was going to be a tough one right off the bat, and Forest Hills handled their own, didn't come away with the victory, but they've rattled off 9 straight since.
The officials for tonight's game, Sam Zambanini, Dave White, and Sarah Fye. Dave White is the state rules interpreter for basketball. Sam Zambanini has officiated state championship games. And the referee is Sarah Fye.
She comes with a very good reputation, too.
Also.
She's an excellent official.
Should be a well-officiated game. Looking forward to the outcome. Forest Hills controls the tap. Courtney Walls gets the ball.
Oh, a quick inside-out move, and we come back to Courtney Walls for a three-pointer.
They set that up very nicely for Courtney. A couple of passes, and she bombed away.
Kira Kelly going to run the point. Kreider driving the ball now, working the outside. We're going to have Labriola have it. She's going to work both hands, try to find an opening. She can't find one. Consiglio working for a hole. Boy, a nice patient offense by Guilfoyle, but they drug the toe for the travel. A good defensive set for Forest Hills to start this game.
They're happy with the beginning. Looks like they've come out in a zone against the Marauders. And the Lady Marauders are in a man-to-man defense right now.
Walls looking inside. Trying to rub a pick off. Carly Steiger's going to shoot it from deep. That one's not going to go. We're going to fight for the floor. It's going to have a jump ball between Abby Swanson and Tessa Kreider. Since Forest Hills controlled the tip, that's going to turn the ball over to Bishop Guilfoyle on the alternating possessions. So this time Kreider's going to run the point. Cassie Smith's going to man her up. Kelly's going to drive the right side of the lane. She's going to miss the layup. Ziglio comes up with the offensive board. She also misses a shot. Ball tipped out of bounds to Forest Hills. Courtney Wall's going to run the point. Forest Hills going to spread the floor. They got a nice wide open offensive set. Guilfoyle's going to defend the whole way to the half-court line. Little double down. Oh, nice little head fake by Carly Steiger. She goes up and banks into two.
That was a deuce, but Carly is not afraid to shoot the threes. She is 3 trays away from 100 for her career.
Guilfoyle trying to work the inside-out game. That one's going to miss. Smith's going to come down with the rebound. She's going to push the ball up the court. She finds Walls. Walls with the little runner. That one doesn't quite go. Consiglio with the rebound. Kelly's going to push it up on the fast break. Steal by Walls. Walls going to kick it out to Koick. Koick's going to look for something open. It's not there. Courtney Walls feeling it. She picks in her second three of the game. Courtney Walls hot early. Forest Hills opening this game on an 8-0 run. Going to have a hand check foul on Steigers.
And you said about Courtney Walls feeling it. Sometimes a player will just feel as though, I've got this. It's not a problem. Give me the ball. I'll handle it. And right now, early in the game, Courtney Walls has put down 2 long three-pointers.
Sigley with a nice turn.
Blocked by Coek.
And everybody gets on the floor. Now Swanson's going to run the floor. We've had 4 different Rangers push the ball down the court in the fast break. That one didn't quite work out, where we had a steal by Sophia Warner, and she's going to go coast to coast for Bishop Guilfoyle's first 2 points of the game. Score now 8-2 in favor of the Rangers.
Coek from the outside.
She's 6 foot, but she's not afraid to put up the 3.
She has a nice touch on her shot.
Swanson finds that corner. Out to Smith, and she puts it in.
Nice long deuce.
Rogers to the middle, nice little crossover. Block again by Coek. She's got 2 consecutive blocks on that end of the floor. Oh, and then there's going to be the first foul of the game. That one's going to go on Aaliyah Labriola.
That's something that coaches cringe at whenever their players commit a backcourt foul when they're not in a pressing situation and they're just back there after a turnover. And many times a player after a turnover will think, I got to do something to make up for that, and they reach a little bit and commit a foul that's pretty unnecessary.
Yeah, it's one thing to pick up a foul trying to block a shot, but it's another when you're 90 feet away from the hoop. Carly Steigers tried to save that one. Unfortunately, went off her own teammate rather than off the other team. Good hustle. Ball goes to Guilfoyle. Tessa Kreider is going to run the ball down. Forest Hills in their man-to-man. Consiglio, she's going to hit the jumper. That one looked like it was around the elbow. Guilfoyle expanding out their man-to-man even a little bit more than they were. Everybody's going out above the three-point line.
They're trying to take the long shots away from the Rangers, make them work it inside. Swanson with the ball, tries to get it to Coek.
Tried to use Coek's height, wasn't quite there. Nice little lead pass up. That one's going to bounce around the rim, doesn't quite fall in. She's going to get her own rebound and put it back in. Aaliyah Labriola. Sagers calling out the play. Abby Swanson, she's looking for some help. Can't quite find an opening. She gets it out to Coek. Coek's going to skip pass over to Steigers. Steigers head fake. A step inside the three-point line doesn't go.
Off Coek, out of bounds to the Marauders.
Forest Hills coming to the full court press. Their press that they're well known for. Guilfoyle broke it kind of easy. I'm sure that won't happen every time. Everyone slams to the floor, and we have a jump ball there. Nice little tip in that corner. Forest Hills gets the ball this time. Checking into the game for the first time is number 32, Kayla Stohan.
You mentioned the press of the Rangers. You know, Coach Michelle from Guilfoyle told us early in the game that he doesn't have a lot of depth on his team, and one way to wear down a team is with a press. And you know, I'm sure that the Rangers and Coach Cesare would like to see the Guilfoyle girls get into foul trouble, and there's one called right now on number 15, Aaliyah Labriola. And that's the first foul, the second foul, correction, on Guilfoyle today.
They're going to call that one on the floor. And Forest Hill's going to take the ball out of bounds. Setting up in a stacked formation. Guilfoyle remains in a man-to-man. They're going to try to get Steiger to them for a three. Not there. Kayla Stonehan posts up, gives herself a little bit of a hook shot. Doesn't quite fall. Nice move. Nice design of that play. Ball just didn't go in the hole.
Stonehan is very smooth at the bottom of the key. She's a very confident player.
You can tell that her confidence is up tremendously from last year.
Absolutely.
just have more experience, another year in the system. That's what Coach Cesare is very good at, getting girls just a little bit of playing time here, a little bit of playing, and every year increasing a little bit more, and it shows in her confidence year to year.
And she said also about the girls buying into the system. Stone just missed that one.
She's right around that rim. It's just not quite falling yet. Fast break for Guilfoyle. That one's not going to go. Labriola again.
After a 10-0 start to begin the game, Guilfoyle has cut the lead to 10-6.
Koch for the long two. That one doesn't go. Jamison Consiglio is controlling the boards right now. She is getting offensive boards, defensive boards. She's taking over as best she can.
And it seems as though Guilfoyle knows that the Rangers want to shoot from the outside, and they're having a difficult time getting the ball inside. Consiglio is driving again out. The Rangers are going to turn over and a steal with Steigers.
She has 35 seconds. She's going to throw it up. Koch wasn't quite ready for it. Steigers thought she saw an opening, and Koch just wasn't quite ready for it. So that's going to give Guilfoyle 29.9 seconds left to see what they can do to score some points before the end of the quarter. Pull this game even a little bit closer yet.
Maddie Cesare checked in for the Rangers, freshman.
A nice little spin move for Consiglio. It doesn't go. 13 seconds left. Steigers got to beat the clock. It's down to 10. She's going to kick it out to Smith. 7 seconds left. Back to Steiger. She thought about the 3 ball. 4, 3, 2, 1. Smith with the runner off the rim. It does not go.
That runner reminded me of the shot she did against, I believe it was Bedford in the district playoffs last year in overtime or going into the final seconds of the game to win it for the Rangers.
I do remember that shot. Boy, what a good start to that quarter for the Rangers, jumping out to the huge lead early, but they went cold late. Score after the first quarter is the Rangers 10, the Marauders 6. So it's nice that the Rangers do have a lead, but they need to expand on it. They need to get that. Let's see what changes the Coach Cesare comes up with here between quarters.
And she's going against one of the best in Coach Michello from Bishop Guilfoyle.
So there's the first horn. Here comes out the Marauders, and they're staying with their starting lineup. They have not made a substitute yet. And the Rangers are going to bring out their original starting lineup. Walls running the point. She's going to use a pick by Swanson. Reset up the Walls. Walls going to move it to the other side. Smith can't find an opening. Marauders just getting their hands in all the passing lanes. They're just cutting down the pass, and there's an almost steal. Oh, she does get the turnover. Labriola got her hand in there. It must have been back off of Swanson's hand, and the ball goes to Guilfoyle.
Guilfoyle is not giving the Rangers a chance to breathe out there. They're playing a very tight defense on them.
And Kira Kelly cheek drugged that back foot. That was good travel call. Ball's going to go back to the Rangers. And here comes the first substitute in the game for Guilfoyle. This is number 35, Teresa Haig. Haig's a freshman, standing 6 foot. Nice size for a freshman. So cutting through. Smith looking for an opening, tipped away again. Labriola just has her hands everywhere. So a little give and go. Smith comes up with it. She tries a reverse layup, but it's blocked by that new entry, Teresa Haig. So Guilfoyle gets it up the floor quick. Skip pass, and Haig's going to go for 3, and she nails it. There's some instant success coming from the freshman.
Absolutely. It puts Guilfoyle down 1 point, 10-9 with 6:42 to go in the second quarter.
Forest Hills has hit a shot. They've been stuck on 10 for a long time.
Oh, you're at a 9-0 run right now. There's some activity underneath here.
And it's still by Consiglio, but Steigers comes up with it. And she's going to drive to the hoop and earn the block foul.
Labriola on the foul there. And Steigers will go to the line for 2.
That's Labriola. That's her second foul. They can't afford to lose her. I like to see Steigers go to the hole there. Whenever you're not scoring from the outside, you got to do something. You got to go to the hole, try to make something happen, and she did. That one doesn't fall.
It's amazing how quiet the house will become when a Ranger starts to shoot a foul. Listen. It's almost spooky as she makes the foul shot.
Finally getting off that 10-point. Do have to send a shout out to our student section who does a great job. And they're here supporting the girls pretty well. There's a turnover by Guilfoyle. As you hear the student section cheering every little part of the game. That's what we love. 6:15 left. Forest Hills up 2. Wall's going to use this pick by Koick. Not quite there. She needs some help. Smith's going to come to the rescue. Smith's going to look for an opening. She drops it down to Koick. Not the smoothest connection, but it wasn't a turnover. Forest Hills still look for an opening, and Guilfoyle's just not giving it up. Steigers calling for a pick. Still looking suck around that three-point line. Abby's going to throw one up. She kind of got stuck. Haig's going to come up with the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball. Ball to the Lady Marauders.
Into the game for Forest Hills is Maddie Cesari, number 20.
She's going to give Victoria Koick a break, who's been battling pretty hard. Forest Hills going to set up in a press. They haven't had too many opportunities to set up in a press because there hasn't been too many turnovers or made shots. And they do get a tip. It's not a turnover, but they just cause a little bit of chaos. Consiglio thought about the three. She steps in for 2. I think Madeline Cesari got a hand on that one.
Abby Swanson bringing the ball down for the Rangers. Out to Smith, into Cesari.
Cesari's going to take it up hard. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Kreider. She's going to push it. They got numbers. Labriola.
Oh.
Yeah, that one didn't quite look smooth. I wasn't sure if they were going to call double dribble travel, but it was definitely not going to work out. You kind of get the feeling like, okay, we know this is Guilfoyle versus Forest Hills. This is like everyone's kind of tensed up in this game, and they're not relaxed playing their game, and that's where you're seeing a lot of the turnovers, a lot of the missed shots.
The last couple of years, the Guilfoyle Ranger game has always been a dogfight, and many times they'd split during the year, and for a while there, it was dominating. It was a dominating performance by Bishop Guilfoyle, and then Rangers started to come back a couple times last couple of years. And there's a foul on number 11.
Abby Swanson's going to pick up that foul. Had a missed three-pointer. Guilfoyle again drives down the side. They get it into the key, and that's where good things happen for the offense and bad things happen for the defenses when they're sitting right in the middle of that key.
Abby Swanson with the foul. That was her first. She, the last game they played at Penn Canberra, Abby Swanson led the Rangers with 24 points. And that was her career high of 24.
Abby's not normally known as the leading scorer, but as Coach Cesari said before, it doesn't matter. It changes game to game.
Right.
But Abby has a way of finding those meaningful baskets when you need one. She comes up with them, even if she's not the huge scorer.
Consiglio makes 1 of 2 to cut the lead to 1 point. Forest Hills 11, Bishop Guilfoyle 10 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds on a turning clock in the second quarter.
Checking in for the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders is number 24, Morgan Kiesewetter. Abby's going to step back. She doesn't quite get it to fall. Can't get it. Oh, but she takes it right out of her hand. Doesn't get it again. And a foul heading down to the other end. Two close ones just can't fall for the Rangers.
That'll be Abby's second foul in the last minute. She's going to be, Coic comes into the game for Cesare.
I think we both kind of expected that to come in for Abby, but
yeah.
Coach Cesare has confidence in her senior that she's not going to pick up her third foul real quick here. So press again, causing troubles. Not a turnover, causing troubles for Guilfoyle. Forces a long shot, doesn't go. And I'll say I missed that Liz Zidell checked into the game, number 24 also. She's the one that came up with that defensive rebound. On this end of the court, Victoria Coic goes up strong, and she's going to get fouled. And earns herself 2 shots from the foul line.
Kreider is called for the foul for Bishop Guilfoyle. Coic sinks the first.
And that's Kreider's second foul on her also. Zygers checks back in, and Stohan checks back in. Getting a breather is going to be Walls and Smith. So 4 seals with Stohan and Swanson back. I'm expecting a press, and since Coic made both of her free throws, that allows 4 seals to start that press. Zidell, they almost have the trap, doesn't quite work there. Guilfoyle gets it across half. 4 seals gets back to their man-to-man. Guilfoyle looking for a hole. Defense is tough on both sides of the floor. Now we got a 3-point attempt, and she hits it.
That freshman.
Once again, Teresa Haig with another 3-pointer. Give her 2. And now we got a tie ball game with 3 minutes left in the first half.
6-foot freshman Teresa Haig from Bishop Guilfoyle has made a big difference in this second quarter.
She sure has. She's Guilfoyle's leading scorer.
Playing a tough defense also in Forest Hills. Coic with a shot. She gives Forest Hills the lead now, 15-13.
And that is the first basket by Forest Hills in a long time. The last 3 points has been from foul shots, so it's nice to finally make a basket.
Abby Swanson just picked up her 3rd foul.
2 substitutes at the bench. We'll see if they come in for Abby. So we have, Abby's going to come out. She's probably going to sit for the rest of the half. Is Smith and Walls check back in for Swanson and Zidell. So Haig's looking to tie back up again. Doesn't get the shot off. Labriola working on Stohan. Guilfoyle's got 4 girls above the 3-point line. Drive to the baseline, cut off well by Coic. The defense is in their face, right on top of everything.
Very much of a defensive struggle in the first half. 15-13 shouts out that fact.
3-pointer doesn't go. Defensive board by Smith. So Walls, we'll see if she gets her 3rd 3 of the game.
Wow.
Big shot.
She had a nice clean look and took advantage of it very quickly.
9 points, all on 3s by Walls. She has half the Rangers' points at this point in the game. Big cluster there. There's a tip by Steiger. She doesn't come up with it. Had 2 hands on it. A little too hot to handle. Guilfoyle just sort of running a weave up at the top.
Oh.
Big travel call because they had a clear lane to the basket. Substitute coming back in for Guilfoyle is Kira Kelly. With 1:12 left in the half, Steiger's bringing the ball up with a 5-point lead. Cut off. Swing the ball the whole way around. Tough entry pass into Stillhorn. Stolen by Labriola. She's trying to go coast to coast. Smith cuts her off. Kelly with a nice pass to Consiglio. Inside out game. That one hits the rim. Rebound by Koick. Under a minute left. Smith with the runner, and she's going to get 2 foul shots. Who are they going to give that foul to? Is that Labriola with her 3rd foul of the half?
Let's see. I think they're putting that on Warner. Oh, no.
Teresa Haig. That one goes on the freshman.
That is the Marauders' 6th foul, I believe. And Forest Hills has 4.
Makes her first foul shot. And she nails them both. Two swishes, doesn't touch the rim.
Right. 5th foul by Bishop Guilfoyle.
Warner nice and patient with the offense. Trying to work it in. Oh, they're going to get Kayla Stillhorn 2 hands in the back. That became a point of emphasis last year, and they're holding to it this year. That's 5 fouls on each of the teams. Maddie Cesari is going to check back in for Stillhorn. They're going to try to clog up the middle for this inbounds play. Looks like Forest Hills go to the zone for the inbounds.
Haig again with an outside shot. Doesn't fall this time.
So that shot doesn't go in. That's going to leave 18.5 seconds left for Forest Hills. See if they hold it for the last shot. See if they can work it within 10 seconds, hold it for the last shot, and go into half with at least a 7-point lead.
Backcourt call.
Backcourt.
Pass went off the leg of a Ranger into the backcourt, and nothing to do but corral it before Guilfoyle will get a chance to take it in for a layup.
So that's going to leave Guilfoyle with 11 seconds left. See some tough defense here. Oh, there's a runner 3 from the corner. Doesn't go. Cesari with the rebound.
2 seconds
She's going to push it. Half quarter. That one's going to fall a little bit short. That's going to bring halftime to us. Here in Sidman, Pennsylvania, Rangers with the lead. Forest Hills 20. Bishop Guilfoyle 13. Entertaining first half. Not a lot of scoring, but if you like defense, you can't complain about that half.
Both teams threw up some tough defensive strategies and tough defensive plays, individual plays by the girls. Good first half.
So we'll see what the second half brings. Okay, here we go. It's the second half. Forest Hills going to start off with the ball and a 7-point lead.
I think it bears mentioning that my partner here, Matt Gramling, did win the 50-50 drawing tonight.
That never happens. I go to 9,000 sporting events a year. I'm lucky if I win one.
There's a turnover by Bishop Guilfoyle. Forest Hills gets the ball.
We'll see. Still waiting to see who's going to put the first points up in the second half. Courtney Wall's setting everybody where she wants her to go. Overload to the right side of the floor. Smith puts a little bit too much on that floater pass. And ball, another turnover. This time the ball goes to Guilfoyle. Kreider going to run it down. Gabriola's going to hit a cutting Consiglio. She's going to drop step it. A nice technique to put it in for 2. Jamison Consiglio.
She has been a force underneath the whole game. When she wasn't scoring, she's controlling the boards.
Coke's going to set a screen, try and get Steigers open. Forest Hills run a bit of a weave. Both these teams like to run the weave at the top, trying to find that open lane to drive to the hole, but neither team is just relenting.
Abby Swanson in, playing with 3 fouls to begin the second half. She has the ball now and loses it out of bounds to Guilfoyle.
Nice for a little drop pass there. I thought a little give and go. Coke posted herself up, had herself in a nice position. Just couldn't find a handle to it. So Tessa Kreider, she's going to run the point. Going back into Consiglio again, and she's going to put another 2 in.
She was guarded by Swanson, and I know Swanson's got to be thinking, I've got 3, and it's early in the second half. I got to be careful.
That's definitely a tough position for her to be in, and Coach Cesare is going to realize that Guilfoyle just took 2 to the hole. We got to talk about this. So she's going to take a 30-second timeout.
Rangers leads down to 3, 20-17, early in the third quarter.
So a 7-point lead, all of a sudden down to 3. The good news is Forest Hill still has their lead, but it's very, very small.
Hanging on tenuously.
Coach Sterry's she's going to use all 30 seconds, which she has the right to. And Forest Hill's going to come out with the same lineup that they left the floor with, keeping Swanson in the game. So looking for a shot in the corner, not there. Back to Swanson. Swanson's not interested in the outside shot. Tigers, for half a second, thought she had Walls cutting for a layup, and the connection could have been made. Ball tipped out of bounds. Forest Hills retains possession.
Tigers on the inbounds toss. It's their Walls. Cassie Smith for a long one.
That one doesn't go. Tigers gets her hand on it, but Kira Kelly comes around for a rebound. Labriola back to Kelly. She's going to kick it out to Warner. Nice little rotation going. Abby Swanson fronting in the post.
Physical battle going on between Swanson and Consiglio.
They don't want to let her get the ball in the middle again because it was too easy for her the last 2 trips. Another block by Coke. That's her 3rd of the game. A quick up to Steigers from Walls. Little hesitation dribble to Steigers. She's going to do the reverse layup, and it's going to go in.
Nice move. That's 5 points for Miss Steigers tonight.
Consiglio high this time. Coke going to try to cut it off. Going to be a foul. Smith got her hand in there. She came to double down. She looked pretty good, and then she reached with that hand in just real quick and picked up the foul. Tried getting out of the way, but it was too late. So that's going to send Aaliyah Labriola, to the line for 2 shots. She misses the first one. Bounce to the right side of the rim. Coke has to try to box out Consiglio. So let's see how that one goes, because that could be a big play right now. But Labriola made it, so negated that.
Forest Hills leads down to 4, 22-18, 4:40 in the third quarter. We have a foul off the ball. Foul's on Bishop Guilfoyle. Number 25.
So that's Sophia Warner.
Sophia Warner.
That's her first foul.
Right.
First of the half for Guilfoyle.
Into Walls.
Steigers thought about the deep 3. She doesn't mind shooting from beyond that 3-point line.
No.
A lot of 3-pointers like having their toes right to that line. Steigers isn't one of them.
She'll go NBA range.
And there's a big play there. If they can get Coke to pop out a 3-point line where she's comfortable, even though she's the center on the team, and get Consiglio to pop out, they might be able to pick up some fouls on her. And that's only your first.
That's got one there. That foul was on Consiglio.
So again, we'll see.
I think we're going the other way this time. Oh, must have been just a turnover. I thought we may have had a push on Forest Hills.
I think what happened was Walls inbounded the ball to Coek, and Coek gave the ball too quick back to Walls before she could get her feet reestablished in bounds.
Right.
And therefore, out of bounds call. Middle of the key. Well, there's a three-pointer from Kreider. That one hits high off the rim. Swanson's good. The good blocks out. She comes out with a defensive rebound. Now Steiger's going to push it down the floor in a fast break. She's going to take the hole. It doesn't quite go. Coates going to fight for the offensive board, but she can't get the handle on it. Who are they giving the ball to? They're going to give the ball to Forest Hills somehow. Forest Hills is stacked at the top. Going to kick it out to Steigers for three. She's going to hold on to it. She finds the key. She's going to, the long runner doesn't go. Coe gets a hand on it, but Kreider comes up with the rebound. Consiglio's going to drive down the side. Labriola to Kelly. Kelly Labriola in the middle. Ooh. There's a block, but they're going to call the foul.
Two-shot foul.
That one's probably going to go on Coe. I think what the official Zambonini saw there was the hand was clean, but she got her with the body down low. Everybody wants to see that hand and say, well, the block was clean, and which it was. The problem was what was going on underneath that, and a good official is going to see that.
And he did call the block. He didn't call the hack.
So Cesare checks back in for Swanson after Labriola misses her first foul shot. This one will be live.
Cesare, a freshman, one of the many freshmen on the squad. She sees more varsity action than in any of the other girls right now at this point. Plays a very tough defensive game.
A real nice one-handed rebound by Coe.
Oh.
That one got there. Wasn't, and I don't think that was how Smith designed it, but it got to Steigers.
I'll bet you no, I thought she was going to put that one up.
Steigers, she does, and especially when hasn't scored for a while. Sometimes that rate, what an inbounds pass by Coe, it just doesn't fall for Cesare. Not behind the back dribble by Kreider. She's going to kick it over for Kelly.
A block on Forest Hills. Out of bounds again to the Marauders. Let's see, I think it's going to be on.
That's going to be on Coe
again.
Yep, she was looking there, couldn't see it behind Coe's long ponytail.
That's second foul, I believe.
Second foul in a row for Coe.
Ooh.
That ball's tipped. Walls is going to run it down with all her speed. She's going to go coast to coast for the layup. It doesn't go, but Smith hustles down. She gets the offensive board, and she draws a block. So that's going to get her 2 shots from the foul line. This time the foul's going to go on Labriola, I believe, and that's her 3rd foul of the game. Good hustle by Walls and by Smith to get ahead of that ball.
A long dry spell has just been broken. Now a Rangers of 23 to 18, a 5-point lead with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Once again, a little positioning maneuver by Forest Hills, put the guards up front. That's going to set up the press, but it's short, and the press can't happen after a missed shot. So now Forest Hills, they got the trap. Walls gets a tip, but Guilfoyle holds on to the ball. Long pass down Consiglio. She finds a handle on it. Coach going to try for the stop.
The foul was called before the shot.
But that one's going to go on Coe.
Again, that's her 3rd in the past
3 in a row.
3 minutes of the game.
Michaela Stohan's going to check in, and as I thought, she'd check in for Coe. Forest Hills is real young under the boards at this point in time.
That's the Rangers' 4th foul of the half.
And it's once again, it's Consiglio just causing trouble for the Ranger defense with her strength. So Warner has the ball up top. She's going to try to drive. Forest Hills doing a lot of doubling. Anytime they get a chance to double and try to get a trap.
Going to have a hand check called on Steigers, number 25 for Forest Hills. That'll put the Rangers at their 4th foul of the quarter.
I think their 5th foul of the quarter, actually.
You're right.
So Forest Hills got to start worrying about fouls at this point, because it's pretty early in the game yet. It's still the 3rd quarter.
A close game like this, get into the 1-on-1 situation, that's a big advantage if you can continue to have fouls called in your favor.
And in a defensive struggle,
right,
they can get a shot without any defense in their face. Oh, what a backdoor cut, Labriola, and a good feed by Kelly.
23-24 Hills.
What a game we got going on.
Another very low-scoring quarter.
Forest Hills still trying to find a hole, and they just are having no luck on offense right now.
Forest Hills put up 70-some points on Monday night at Penn Cambria, and right now they are stuck at 23 with the third quarter about over. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go.
And every time Forest Hills drives, it's just getting cut off by 2 or 3 Marauders, and they're not being able to get a shot off.
And we're talking about the Marauder defense, but Forest Hills has held Bishop Guilfoyle with 20 points also.
Exactly. This is, I mean, if you like a defensive struggle, you got to love this game. And these girls are working real hard on defense. There's a nice backdoor cut, but that one's going to be blocked, but a foul on Consiglio.
She doesn't like the call at all. She sort of lets the refs know that just by her grimace underneath. But, you know, we've had very few calls that were any kind of controversy or differences, even from the girls. But there was a reaction from Consiglio on that one.
And again, I think that was just a frustration thing because
Sure.
I thought the foul was there.
I did too.
How lucky are we tonight to have 3 state championship officials working our game? I mean, that's just a real
smoothly officiated game.
Yes.
And Walls makes them both. Takes the lead up to 5, 25-20. With
2 big foul shots.
34 and a half seconds to go.
Checking back in for Guilfoyle is Haig, who was hot early in the first half when she first came into the game. So we'll see if she has the same success in the second half or not.
Consiglio's driving.
Sarah recovers.
Oh, Stohan with a foul. Ball will go out of bounds to Bishop Guilfoyle. The next one, though, will put the Marauders in the bonus situation.
That's a big advantage for him. 26 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Bishop
Guilfoyle with the ball. Touched by Cesari. Guilfoyle holds on to it. Alright, cut. They cut off the middle. Ball kicked to the outside. Gonna look for Warner for 3. Not there. They're gonna get to an offensive. Steal by Zidell. She's going to see if she can get some points before the end of the quarter. She's going to go to the hole. She's going to get the layup. It doesn't quite go. Cesari gets her hands on the offensive board. And the ball's going to go to Marauders. Cesari just couldn't quite hold on to that ball. Forest Hills going to press with 8 seconds left. See if they can get a quick turnover. They're not going to guard the ball. They're going to get 4 girls on that side of the court.
Try to avoid a foul here at the end of the quarter. Long shot.
Labriola doesn't go. Walls with the offense, or the defensive board, excuse me. She doesn't get a chance to get a shot off. End of the quarter. Forest Hills leading 25-20.
As you said, Matt, a very much of a defensive struggle we have going on here. And both coaches are wondering what we could do to turn up the offense a little bit here in the fourth quarter.
See both coaches trying to figure out what strategy they can get. They need to score some points here. You see Coach Cesari, she's in the center of her huddle, barking out what she wants done. You see the JV coach, Mr. Scott Lashinsky. He excellent JV coach. Coach Cesari's been lucky to have him for all these years, and he's given his one-on-one instruction. So both coaches working hard, trying to find that advantage for the fourth quarter. Let's also mention at this time, bringing up through the ranks, we got to thank our junior high coaching staff. Mrs. Kayla Kreis has been the junior high coach for a while now, and her assistant has been Mr. Kay Steigers. And so a lot of stability within the girls basketball program for a long time now.
And the junior high program has been extremely successful under those coaches. And now this year, many of the ninth graders have moved up here to the varsity level, playing a lot of JV ball. All right, we're ready to begin the fourth quarter, 25-20 in favor of the Rangers.
These last 8 minutes will decide who wins the game.
We've talked about Forest Hills with 6 fouls. Bishop Guilfoyle has 4.
And a nice set coming from the end of the quarter. 2 points for number 25, Sophia Warner. It's a double pick. High Steiger's going to take the 3. That's going to miss left. Warren's going to come down with the board. And
Cassie Smith with a foul.
Cassie Smith with a foul at the other end of the court. And so Guilfoyle is going to have an easy trip. Don't have to break the press. They get a free shots from the charity stripe without any pressure.
1-1 situation now for the remainder of the game, obviously, unless they hit the double bonus. 7 minutes, 31 seconds.
Every foul critical on Forest Hills right now. So this shot will be live if she misses. If she makes it, she gets a second one. And she misses, and Koa comes down with another rebound. Steiger's looking for an opening. They're going to swing it around.
Swanson is back in the game, even though she has 4 fouls. 3 fouls, I'm sorry.
Nice entry pass from Koa to Swanson for 2. A beautiful pass over the defender, finding an open Swanson, who she threw her open, to use an NFL term, because she wasn't open at the beginning of that pass. That was real nice. 3 ball for Guilfoyle. It doesn't go. Koa comes down with another board.
Walls bringing the ball up on the wing.
Well, I thought Walls was going to put up her 4th 3 of the game. She decided otherwise. Ford still staying on the outside.
Maintaining their 5-point lead right now.
Another basket might be huge at this point. Steigers, because she's going to move around. She knows what she wants. Being a floor general out there, Smith is going to try to get Walls running around. With also Walls' speed, she couldn't quite get open there. Defender Crowder did a nice job sticking with her, but there's a nice drop pass from Smith, a little bouncer to Swanson, and she puts in the short one.
Big assist by Smith, and Swanson has put 2 in a row right now. That's our 4th point of the game and 4th point of the last minute and a half.
To add to our point from we made earlier in the game, Swanson, who did lead the last game in scoring, and not a big scorer for Forest Hills, but she finds those quality points, and those last 4 points were big-time quality points for Forest Hills.
In talking to the coach before, said that Swanson's last game, she was a very efficient 24 points. Not a lot of missed shots, made the most of all of her opportunities. Maybe she's feeling it now. Try to go another one.
She went up with the right hand, but Swanson's a left-hander. So that was a difficult shot for her. Still almost got it to go. Siglio finds Crowder. Crowder's going to take a step inside the 3. She puts it up, doesn't go. Smart move by Walls. Even though she didn't come up with the rebound, even though Guilfoyle comes up with the much taller Hawk was in front of her, and so Walls just knocked it out of bounds to prevent the easy 2. Crowder's setting it up now. Consiglio, she's looking for a hole. Got a mismatch. Coach saw it. Steiger, oh, what a nice hands by Walls. There was a mismatch in the middle there with Labriola on Steiger. They couldn't find it. Forest Hills can't make the layup, though. And now here comes Guilfoyle back in the other direction. Labriola just charging through the middle.
And we have another foul on the Rangers. It looks like this may be on Koa again.
That could be disastrous. That's her 4th foul.
Just under 5 minutes to go. Once again, Guilfoyle, the 1-1. Stohan will come into the game for Coic.
So we got some big-time minutes that we need out of Stohan here. And Swanson. Hopefully Swanson doesn't pick up her 4th foul.
Oh, good fight for the rebound.
Swanson ends up with that rebound, but Stillhorn's really started that one. And a nice pass. Stillhorn running down the middle of the floor, finds her. She goes up for the layup, gets fouled. Didn't see who the foul was on. That was on Consiglio. That was her third foul of the game.
And that puts Forest Hills at the line for 2, with the 5th foul of the half for Guilfoyle. 2-shot foul here, and she makes the first.
A nice shot from Stillhorn.
Bishop Guilfoyle calls for a full timeout.
So full timeout by Guilfoyle. We'll see what both these coaches come up with. Coach Cesari's got to come up with something to plug up that inside without Koick there. So she's got to hope that Stillhorn and Swanson play big in the inside. Don't give up those easy baskets.
Or easy fouls. That'll put them at the line right now. They have 2 fouls to go, and they'll be at a double bonus. By the way, Bishop Guilfoyle has only 5 fouls so far. Wow.
What an amazing job by Miss Wingard. Just tremendous athlete to do what she does. And no, there's no springboard underneath her on this floor like you would expect. This isn't the Olympics. So 4:49 left to go in the game. Rangers 30, Marauders 22. It's an 8-point lead. Kayla Stillhorn with 1 foul shot left. This one will be live if she doesn't make it. If not, Marauders ball.
And it goes.
So the junior puts that one in too. Big time for Kayla Stillhorn. So now we got the first steal off of the press, and Walls gets the steal and the putback. All of a sudden, Forest Hills is starting to pull away a little bit. Can Guilfoyle shorten this lead? They're going to go. That one doesn't go. Stillhorn with a big rebound. She gets out to Steigers.
Forest Hills stretched the lead to 11 points. This is the biggest lead since the game opened, when it was a 10-0 run at the start of the game for Forest Hills. Guilfoyle kept crawling back, got within a couple, and now Forest Hills has pushed it out to 11, 33-22 with 4:10 to go in the fourth quarter.
So let's think back now to Stillhorn had the defensive play. She ran the floor. Swanson gave it back to her, which is where she got fouled. She made both foul shots, and by making that second foul shot, that allowed Forest Hills to put up the press, which is where they got the steal, and put that back in. That was a huge turn of events for Forest Hills.
I'm looking for Guilfoyle to become a little more pressuring. 3-shot by Steigers.
Oh, that's big. And now a steal by Swanson. Forest Hills putting it up. Putting it on the Marauders all of a sudden. Here's Smith driving the middle, and she's going to get hammered. Here at Kelly with the big foul.
I feel like Mark Michella, the coach for the Marauders, was a little prophetic when he talked to us before the game about the depth of his squad. He says he has, doesn't have a lot coming off the bench, and it shows a little bit in the last minute and a half here that the girls from Bishop Guilfoyle are a little run down right now. 2 subs coming in.
Coming back into the game is number 24, Morgan Kiesewetter.
And Teresa Haig.
And Teresa Haig came back in also. Boy, Forest Hills is just having a good job at the foul line. That's big in a low-scoring game like this.
I believe that's a 13-point run. It was 25-22. It's now 38-22.
What a run by the Rangers. Victoria Koick checks back into the game, and also checking into the game is number 12, Kelsey Valco.
Koick on a steal attempt, and the ball goes off Kelsey Valco as it goes out of bounds off her foot.
Forest Hills, looks like Forest Hills going to go to a 2-on-2 zone for the first time. Guilfoyle got to step back and figure out what offense they're going to go into. They're going to drive the middle. Nice defensive stand there. And all of a sudden, there's nothing open for Guilfoyle, as it has been all game long with Forest Hills' good defense. Haig's going to try to cut baseline. Valco cuts her off. Oh, a nice up and down by Victoria. Cohen comes around the block.
Nice block by Victoria.
She moved from one block to the other and swats that one out of bounds. You know, a nice offensive set by the Marauders, negated by Cohen.
No, and Steigers with a attempt of a steal.
You don't see Forest Hills. It's just so odd seeing Forest Hills in a zone defense unless they're doing a full court press. And it's given Guilfoyle some fits. They weren't expecting this. So there's a three-point shot, and that's a much-needed shot for the Marauders by Sophia Warner.
You know, let's give credit a little bit to that Forest Hills defense, too. Wow, they had a 13-0 run there. Yeah, it's a lot of offense there, but what a defense to keep that 0 there. And there's a foul by Bishop Guilfoyle. That'll put the Forest Hills Rangers in the bonus situation. That is the 7th foul of the half by Bishop Guilfoyle.
Kelsey Valco is going to get a chance to score her first points of the game. She's going to shoot a 1-and-1. And Coach Cesare is going to opt to put her 4 and 5 players at the foul line this time. Valco rolls out to the right. This is going to work out. Oh, I thought she had it. She stepped out of bounds. Tori Koenig almost came up with the offensive board.
2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. And there's a nice field goal attempt on the foot. It did not go through the uprights by Courtney Walls. The kick, of course, a turnover. Marauders with the ball, trying to penetrate. Outside shot by Warner. Good.
2 in a row for her.
6 quick ones. Cuts the lead down to 10. Minute 50 to go.
The Marauders are using a real nice inside-out game to combat this 2-1-2. They're starting out around the three-point line, up high, and then kicking it to the inside.
Forest
back
Hills
out to the three-point line.
Forest Hills calls timeout. Matt, I'm expecting Bishop Guilfoyle to go into the situation where they're going to be very, very aggressive on defense. Probably not care a whole lot if they foul. If they need to stop the clock to put someone at the foul line, I wouldn't doubt if they start doing a little fouling here. They're down 10.
And this is where a press comes in too. It's tough pressing with the limited bench that Coach Michelle has, but you always do look for a press this late in the game whenever they're losing. While we have some time, Jim, let's thank the people that set this up time and time again for all sports. Mr. Jay Elias sitting right here beside me. Thank you, Mr. Elias. He's the one who runs all these cameras. He runs all this wiring, sets everything up for us. Microphone, he does an awesome job. Such a tremendous job. We also have Miss Kim Hosteller. She's running the center camera. Thank you. And our administration, too. We have Mr. Vassis, the high school principal. We have Mr. Alexander, middle school principal. We have Mr. Costin. He is both the senior high and junior high assistant principal now. Mr. Bowser is our superintendent, and our new director of curriculum, Mr. Lucas Jacobs. So thank you to all of them, along with our school board, for having this channel for us.
And don't forget our athletic director, Joe Duranda.
Absolutely.
Minute and a half to go. There's a foul outside by number 25, Warner.
Forest Hills running their patent and weave, which just kills time and hopefully opens up lanes.
Swanson to the line for 1-1.
And then that one trickles in. Shooter's touch, they call that. And again, Forest Hills getting it done from the foul line. As only makes one, but it starts that clock rolling, and right now that's big for the Rangers.
11-point lead.
Time being the enemy of the Marauders. 4 collapsed on Consiglio there. Not sure which of the 4 got him, but they probably could have called 3 of the 4 for the foul.
Right. Let's see. I think they called that on. Let's see.
They called that one on Stillhorn. It looks like her third foul of the game. with a minute 15 left, not that big of a deal to have 3. 4 is where we got to start worrying. Consiglio hits her first one. And here are cheerleaders cheering also. Good having everybody from Forest Hill support the team.
Steiger's taking her time bringing the ball down. I'm a little surprised that Bishop Guilfoyle doesn't try to press it right now.
Yeah, at least a full court man, something.
Long one from Walls.
Still on with the offensive board and the putback. She's been real big in this game, a real quiet force to this game. And that pass goes to nobody. Rangers has the ball with 49.6 seconds left. Smith going to come in for Steigers, give her a little breather.
You know, I'm going to give Coach Michelle a little credit here because at this point in the game, many coaches will say, let's just keep fouling and fouling. I think that, okay, girls, be aggressive, do what you can. If you have to foul, fine. If you're making an attempt at the ball, but don't just foul and send them to the line.
He's been here before. He's been a coach for a long time, and you have to respect somebody who's not only held that position for that long, but had the success that he's had over the years.
And you can say the same thing with our Forest Hills coaching staff.
Without a doubt.
They have just brought this girls program from, well, Coach Cesari started a elementary dribbling team way back when and taught the girls so much about handling the ball and how to work the game, and she's built that program up and now it's one of the best in the area, if not one of the elite in the state. I mean, we've finished in the we've been to the Elite 8, we've been to the Sweet 16 and playoffs, and now we're going to wrap up our 10th win in a row.
And before Coach Cesari took over and Coach Lashinsky, Forest Hills was never known as a girls basketball powerhouse by any stretch of the imagination, and so where they brought that program to is amazing. Final score, Rangers 41, Marauders 29. What a well-played game by both teams, a well-coached game, and a well-officiated game.
Absolutely. And you know what? You could tell the girls, both teams respected each other. They played hard, they played a physical game in many cases, but it was just a well-played, well-officiated, and a sportsmanlike game. And that's something that I always think is so important. Forest Hills won with class, and Bishop Guilfoyle lost with class. So congratulations to both teams. Good luck the rest of the year with the Laurel Highlands Conference. Forest Hills now looks forward to a big showdown with the Bishop Carroll Lady Huskies on Friday night.
Thanks for joining us tonight, and good night.
Good night. Thank you very much.